Kalonzo Musyoka, here are 10 reasons why you should accept nothing less than the running mate position in Azimio. Number one, numbers. In 2017, the total number of votes coming from the Luo Nyanza counties were 1.86 million. The total votes coming from the Ukambani counties, the three ones, they were 1.51 million, right? So you're very, very close to the former Prime Minister. So in terms of numbers, you should actually get the second post. Right now, they say that you have 2.5 to 3.8 million votes. Why give away all those votes to just get a chief minister position? Go for the second highest position. Number two, closing ranks. It is easier to pull the Kamba community together when you are going for the second highest post in the country. Doing that is a bit difficult when you are being pushed down, when you have always been promising them to move to a higher position. So don't go for chief minister. It's harder to pull everybody together. You have less power, you have less job security. When it comes to the running mate position, you are better off and people will come behind you because you are at a higher position to help them. Reward for loyalty. You have supported the former Prime Minister in 2013. You supported him in 2017 and they cornered you in 2022 and you supported him. Where is your reward for these years of loyalty? By creating a chief minister position which has no security, or the DP position which has security, so much security that even President Uhuru could not fire his deputy. So I think you should be rewarded for all your loyalty, and that the best way of doing that is by giving you the second highest position because you have sacrificed the most for him and you bring in the most number of votes. For end the humiliation of Kalonzo Musyoka, you are told to sit in your Yatta farm as Martha Karua is taken out for a field trip to the US. You are given a pay bill number to hold. You are being put in the same category as Pablo Escobar and other guys for consideration as the running mate. All this humiliation should come to an end. Even Johnson Muthama the other day, he said that Kalonzo Musyoka should be respected. Your staunch critic was saying that. That should tell you something. End the humiliation of Kalonzo Musyoka. You can do it by respecting yourself and going for the top post. Number 5, time and positioning. You are 68 years old. You do not have enough time. Get to the highest position. From that vantage point, you can position yourself very well for now going for the top post in the nation. Remember, Deputy President William Ruto was able to position himself. Why? Because it was a very high position as the DP. The former Prime Minister, he occupied, let's say he was kind of like number 2 to Kibaki. In terms of government, in terms of state, you are number 2. But he was able to do that to position himself. So do the same thing. Do yourself a favor. Go for as high up as possible so that you can have a vantage point to position yourself for the top post. Number 6, the mountain will not break. You can see that from the posters of Jubilee in central Kenya. Nobody is putting up their picture alongside that of the former Prime Minister because they don't want to antagonize the community, because they already know that the community will not waver. They'll follow one direction, and that is Kenya Kwanza. You can also tell from Sabina Chege, right, who's a member of the Azimio Council. She pulled out of the Murang'a gubernatorial race. Why? She didn't want to be embarrassed. Why? Because she already knows that the mountain will not break. So why should you give the running mate, why should you allow the running mate to come from a region or a community where it will not break? Because the idea was to give them the running position so that they can break the mountain. But now that the mountain will not break, why should you not get the top post? Remember, yours will not break. Yours is a sure bet if they give you the DP post. The risk of betrayal within Azimio is very high. Remember what the number 2 guy, Kingpin, in 2007 was DP Ruto. When the former Prime Minister became Prime Minister, he fired DP Ruto. Only President Kibaki saved him. What do you think will happen to you after you, let's say if Azimio gains power? The former Prime Minister will turn his guns on you and, he'll try and hit you hard. So when the risk of betrayal is high, you should reduce the risk factor by getting a position whose constitutionality is very, very well protected. Security of tenure, nobody can fire the DP. Chief Minister, he has to be created, number 1. And when during the creation, there can be a clause for firing that guy. Number 8, experience and national appeal. In terms of experience, the highest post I think Martha Karua had ever been elevated to was Justice Minister. You have been the Vice President of Kenya, so you understand how it goes. Your years in government and the years in government of Martha Karua cannot be compared. You are still way ahead. In terms of parliament, your years there, years of Martha Karua again cannot be compared. In terms of experience, you are at the top. In terms of national appeal, everybody knows you, everybody respects you. You have a wider national appeal from the coast, right? From Embakasi South and other parts of Nairobi, from Ukambani, from Northeastern. You have a higher national appeal than her. So why should you not get the DP post? Jiulize hiyo swali. 9, the risk of betrayal within Ukambani, it increases, right? When they see that you're not taking them to the position where they want to be, and they see that your time is running out. So new kingpins will emerge. Even those who call themselves your close friends, they will start thinking in alternative ways, like who will take over you. And I'm sure they're already thinking about that, because they can see that as your direction, as you're heading, instead of going higher and higher and higher, it's like you're oscillating around some point, and now you're being taken even lower. So only go for the DP post, right? So that they can see that the next point from there is the president, right? The risk of betrayal would be lower, because now they'd see there's a roadmap to the presidency. Number 10, you must work with the current dynamics. Use the cards that you're dealt. Do not rely on hope, some future event, some future misfortune of a certain political leader, or some future, fortune on your end. Work within the current dynamics. Play the cards that you're dealt. And those cards are telling you right now, go for the highest post. Do not go for lower. If you can reach that post, then go for it today. Work within the current dynamics, and then use those dynamics from a high level to get to other dynamics. Do not rely on hope, some miracle that something will happen one day, that you'll become creative at some point, that, just work with what you have right now. And what you have right now is to go for the highest one possible, because you can get it right now. Do not depend on the future. Work with the present, and then use the present now to determine the future.